हेलो फ्रेंड, वेलकम टू पीजी नेटवर्क। एज यू नो दैट आई एम प्रदीप गिरी। दोस्तों, आज की इस वीडियो में हम बात करेंगे विप्रो की वर्चुअल बिजनेस डिस्कशन यानी इंटरव्यू के मोस्ट आस्क्ड टेक्निकल क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर के बारे में। HR क्वेश्चन के बारे में मैं एक ऑलरेडी वीडियो बना चुका। उस वीडियो का लिंक इस वीडियो के आई बटन पर या फिर डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स पर दे दूंगा, आप चाहे तो देख सकते हैं। सो वीडियो शुरू करने से पहले आप चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लीजिए और साथ में बेल आइकन को भी प्रेस कर लीजिए ताकि अगले वीडियो का नोटिफिकेशन आपके पास सबसे पहले पहुँचे। और हो सके तो इस वीडियो को अपनी सभी दोस्तों के साथ शेयर भी कर देना ताकि उन लोगों को भी थोड़ा हेल्प हो जाए, उन लोगों को भी टेक्निकल क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर के बारे में अच्छे से पता हो सके। तो फिर चलिए दोस्तों, वीडियो को शुरू करते हैं। सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन DBMS की तरफ से, व्हाट इज मीन बाय डाटाबेस? ए डाटाबेस इज ऑर्गेनाइज्ड कलेक्शन ऑफ डाटा दैट कैन बी स्टोर्ड एंड एक्सेस इलेक्ट्रॉनिकली। नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, व्हाट इज द पर्पस ऑफ नॉर्मलाइजेशन इन DBMS? The purpose of normalization is to reduce the complexity of the database. अब नेक्स्ट सवाल, difference between drop, trunken and delete command. Drop command is used to delete the entire table. Delete command is used to delete rows of a table. Trunken is used to delete all the rows of a table in one go. Using drop command, data cannot be restored. Using delete command, data can be restored. Using trunken command, data cannot be restored. अब next question, what are acid properties in DBMS? DBMS follows the concept of atomicity, consistency, isolation, durability. These concepts are applied on transactions which manipulate data in database. अब next सवाल, what is BCNF in DBMS? BCNF or Boise chord normal from is a type of normalization. A table is said to be in BCNF from if it is in third NF from. Left hand side of each functional dependency should be super key or candidate key. अब next सवाल, what is the main difference between union and union all? Union only keeps unique record and remove duplicate values. Union all keeps all record including duplicate. अब नेक्स्ट सवाल, व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ जॉइन इन SQL? द डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ जॉइन इन SQL आर इनर जॉइन, राइट जॉइन, लेफ्ट जॉइन, फुल जॉइन, क्रॉस जॉइन एंड नेचुरल जॉइन। अब नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, व्हाट इज RDBMS? ए रिलेशन database management system is a software or a set of applications that work together on a relation data model database to provide a variety of integrated elements such as database administration, डाटा डेफिनेशन, क्रिएशन एंड अपडेटिंग। चलिए अब नेक्स्ट सवाल, व्हाट इज इंडेक्सिंग एंड क्लस्टरिंग इन RDBMS और व्हाई दे आर दे यूज्ड? इंडेक्सिंग इज यूज्ड टू रिट्रीव डाटा फ्रॉम द डाटाबेस. Clustering is connecting several servers to one database. What are the main difference between the primary key and unique key? Primary key cannot store null values. Unique key can store null values. Primary key, there can be only one primary key. Unique key, there can be multiple unique keys. Primary key, we cannot modify the primary key. Unique key, we can modify unique keys. Next सवाल, what are the advantages of multi-process system? Number 1, increase throughput. Number 2, increase reliability. चलिए अब नेक्स्ट सवाल, what is the virtual memory? Virtual memory is a feature of the operating system that allow computer to make up for lack of physical memory by transferring data from RAM to disk storage. अब नेक्स्ट सवाल, describe the objective of multi-programming. The objective of multi-programming is to increase the CPU utilization by always having a program ready for the CPU to run such that CPU is never idle. अब नेक्स्ट सवाल, give some benefits of multi-thread programming. Some benefits of multi-threaded programming are: number 1, multi-threading enables resources to be shared among the threads. Number 2, it is economical as the resources are shared. अब नेक्स्ट सवाल, briefly explain FCFS. FCFS or fast come fast serve scheduling algorithm is one of the most basic algorithm in the operating system. Under this, the process which enter the system first is dealt with first. Next question, What is the primary function of pegging? The primary function of pegging is to permit physical address space of a process to be non-contiguous. Next question. Give an example of process state. A process state can be in one of the 5 states: running, ready, block, new and exit. अब next सवाल. What is the purpose of input-output status information? Number 1. Decide which process gets the input-output device when and for how much time. Number 2. Allocate the input-output device in efficient way. Number 3. Deallocate the input-output device when no longer needs it. Our next question. What is caching? Caching is the process of storing data in a temporary storage or cache so that they can be accessed quicker. For example, web browser store HTML files and JavaScript to load web pages quicker. Our next question. What is a class? A class is used to specify the form of an object, and it combines data representation and method for manipulating that data into one neat package. The data and function within a class are called member of the class. Next question. What is an object? Object is real world entity. For example, chair, car, person, etc. It is an entity that has state and behavior. Here state means data and behavior means functionality. Object is an instance of a class. All the members of the class can be accessed through object. Our next question. What is polymorphism? The word polymorphism means having many forms. It is a quality that allows one name to be used two or more related but technically different purpose. Our next question. What is inheritance? It is a process by which one object of one class can acquire the properties of object of another class. Inheritance allows an object to support hierarchical classification. Explain the term constructor. Constructor are special class functions that initialize objects. Whenever an object is created, the compiler calls for the constructor. अब next सवाल. What are the various types of constructor? The various types of constructor are default constructor, parameterized constructor and copy constructor. Our next question. What is the dynamic or runtime polymorphism? Runtime polymorphism resolves dynamically at runtime rather than at compile time. Our next question. What is the function overloading? Function overloading is an example of compile time polymorphism. Under this, different function can be written with the same name but different parameter. The function which is called by the compiler depend on the argument users passed on value. Our next question. What is the use of finalize method? Finalize is the method used to free up unmanaged resources and clean up before garbage collection occurs. Next question. What is the main difference between overloading and overriding? The main difference between overloading and overriding is that overloading takes place in the same class while overriding occurs across different classes. Our next question. What is the static binding? Static binding, also known as early binding or method overloading. In static binding, multiple methods are created with the same name but different argument. Up next सवाल. What is the use of span tag? Give an example. Span is a container for inline elements. It does not have any default meaning and used for styling. इसका एग्जाम्पल डिस्प्ले पर दे रहा हूँ, आप देख लीजिए. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं नेक्स्ट सवाल की तरफ. What is the use of a primary key? The primary key is used to identify a tuple or a row in a database table. अब नेक्स्ट सवाल. What is different between delete and truncain command? Delete command is used to delete a row in a table. Truncain command is used to delete all the rows in a table. Delete data can be restored. Truncain data cannot be restored. What is HTML? HTML or hypertext markup language is used to creating web pages and website. अब नेक्स्ट सवाल. What is cloud computing? Cloud computing is the provision of computing services such as server, storage, database, network, software, analytics, and intelligence over the internet. What is IoT? The Internet of Things represent a network of physical objects that incorporate sensor, software, and other technologies to connect and exchange data with the other devices and system over the internet. अब next सवाल, what is big data? Big data is basically a collection of large data sets. The data is so enormous that it cannot be processed with traditional data management system. अब next question, what is encapsulation? It is an OOP concept that binds together the data and function that manipulate the data and keep both safe from outside interference and misuse. अब next question, what is data abstraction? Data abstraction is showing something without showing its details. It refers to providing only essential information to the outside world and hide their background details. अब next सवाल, use of scope resolution operator. Number 1, to access a global variable when there is a local variable with same name. Number 2, to define a function outside a class. Number 3, to access a class static variable. Number 4, in case of multiple inheritance. Next question, what is destructor? A destructor is a special member function of a class that is executed whenever an object of its class goes out of scope. A destructor will have same name as the class prefixed with a tilde. Our next question, what is friend function? If a function is defined as friend, then protected and private data of class can be accessed using the function. A friend has access to all private and protected member of a class for which it is a friend. Our next question, what is derived class and base class? The class which inherits the member of another class is called derived class, and the class whose member are inherited is called base class. Our next question, what is variable? A variable is a name of memory location. It is used to store data. Its value can be changed. It can be reused many times. It is a way to represent memory location through symbols so that it can be easily identified. Next question, what is array? Array is a group of similar types of elements that have contiguous memory location. Next question, difference between compiler and interpreter. Compiler check all error and show this by list, but interpreter also check all errors and show the errors by line by stopping. तो फिर चलिए मोस्ट आस्क्ड टेक्निकल क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर के बारे में डिस्कस कर दिया। और के बाद बेसिकली इंटरव्यूअर कोडिंग रिलेटेड सवाल पूछते नहीं, अगर पूछ भी देते तो स्ट्रिंग रिलेटेड ही पूछते। सो आप स्ट्रिंग रिलेटेड प्रॉब्लम को अच्छे से देख कर रखिए। सो अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छी लगी तो वीडियो को एक लाइक कर देना और इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर देना, और हो सके तो इस वीडियो को अपने सभी दोस्तों के साथ शेयर भी कर देना ताकि उन लोगों को भी थोड़ा हेल्प हो जाए, उन लोगों को भी मोस्ट आस्क्ड टेक्निकल क्वेश्चन एंड आंसर के बारे में अच्छे से पता हो सके। तो फिर चलिए दोस्तों, आज के इस वीडियो में बस इतना ही। मिलते हैं अगले वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए खुश रहिए।